Hello YouTube modelers, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers for tuning in. So the next kit I'm going to start is the Stearman PT-17. It's a biplane trainer. This is for Craig's the Mutt Modeler US Armed Forces build. I finished the Air Force. This one I'm going to build as the Army. So that means I have to paint it blue and yellow. If it's all yellow, it would be the Navy, but I have another kit in mind for the Navy. So for now, let's start with the Stearman. I believe they discontinued this model. I bought it, I think in an auction, but later on, I think recently Ollie's had it. So I think Ollie's probably sold it for, what, $12.99? $9.99? Whatever it was. I hope it comes with a pilot. It doesn't look like the case. I have a pilot from the P-38 Lightning wearing a leather jacket, so maybe that'll fit. But also, this plane is special because my father was a fighter pilot, and he was trained, I think in Texas, he told me, and he learned on a Stearman PT-17. I think later on they use AT-6 Texans, but he said the Stearman was a very stable plane to fly, and he mentioned the seat in the back. You get better visibility because you don't have the wings blocking your top and bottom view. So he learned on a Stearman, which I believe were very great trainers, and then after the war they just used them for, I don't know, for farming, spraying pesticide or whatever. So that's a story on that. I'll see if I can find pictures of my dad, probably more fitting for Father's Day, but anyway, so this is it. So let me open up the box. I'll pause it, open up the box, and we'll look at the contents. Okay, so I ripped off the plastic. I also noticed this is very rare. It has stamp of approval from the US Navy. Official license by the US Navy. That's very rare. I've never seen that. What year is this kit from? Pretty recent, 2017. Okay, so let's open up the box, see what's inside. I think this was also offered in the European box, the one that's a side open. So, ooh, it's got the protective cardboard. I always like it when they have this cardboard as a brace to prevent the box from collapsing, or on the large scale bomber planes, the side cardboard is corrugated and is bent over to give it like 4 times the strength, because the 1/48 scale 4-engine bombers are usually large with lots of parts. So everything's bagged individually. I think the European models, I looked at scale mates, they're molded in yellow. I don't know. So you get the idea. Let me open up the bags and I'll be back. Alrighty, so I love it when the parts are individually packaged in the plastic. Prevents rattling and keeps the parts clean and separated, but reminds me of Oishima kits, you know, where everything's separately bagged, but probably doesn't do our environment too well. So I'm not going to open up the clear plastic, but this is the canopy windscreen. They are open on top, so that means when it rains, they will get wet. Here is the plain fuselage. I can tell it's only, what, 6 inches long? Not too big compared to the F-105 I just completed. But you can tell from the outside, you can see the frame work or the ribbing, because the canvas is stretched over it. And the rudder, tail rudder, inside, nice detail. The main landing struts are molded in already. I believe this is what they are. Remember not to cut that. It is a biplane, so you're gonna have 4 wing halves, 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom. Nice flap, and of course the ribbing. Very nice. I don't know if lattice frame is the best word for it, but that looks like lattice framework for inside the fuselage, and then you glue the fuselage hands on top of it. The seat with the seat belts, good detail. Another seat belt. That's the other half. Some engine detail. Flip it and look at the instrument panel. No instrument panel here. Must be on a different tree. The seat has good seat belts. These look like the wing struts that go on the end, on the tips I mean. The propeller, usually made of wood, but I think in this case they're aluminum. Only 2 blades. This is the tail stabilizer. Some flashing, but clean that up. Can't tell what that is. The engine will be exposed, so you should be able to see the radial engine. That's the bottom. That's part of the main landing strut. That looks like the front cowling. Right before the engine gets exposed, here's the radial engine. That looks like 7. Radial engines are always odd number of cylinders. I think it's because they alternate every other cylinder. If it was even, it would be the same even cylinders firing, but it's always an odd number. So when they go around, it's every other cylinder that fires. Thus, the sequence involves all pistons. And here is the dash detail. Just round dials. No numbers, raised, detail, nothing. That's a little disappointing. You know how I like to highlight that. But at least the cylinder heads, the cylinders are finned. So do some black washing, bring out the detail in that. I don't think I'll go as far as doing the fuel lines, but if it comes, I'll see what I can do. So I guess that's it. Let's take a look at the decals. Should be sandwiched in the instruction sheet. Oh, yep, here they go. Wow, they give you decals to lay onto the prop blades to make them look wood, with aluminum blade tips. So they are wood with metal edge guards. Okay, now I know why the dash detail is a decal. Pretty nice. I like these American stars, or okay. Very good. This is the paint, the parts, what they are, the parts breakdown. Typical paint, plain with the interior first, but you can have a lot of framework to do. So that should be nice. Unfortunately, it's going to be covered up. Probably assemble the frame and then paint it when it's done. I'm also waiting for the Tamiya extra thin cement, so I can use it to seal the seam, so you don't have the seams. Pretty easy so far. Looks like the props spin because it has a retaining ring behind it. Very nice. Simple, easy steps. Should be... Ooh, rigging. I do have rigging cable from AK. It's rather expensive. I think when I was young I used to use sewing thread. It'd be great if you have wax, because if you run your sewing thread against wax, it will make the fray edges stick so it looks more solid or more to scale. Okay, so that's it. So I'm gonna wash the parts. Nice, easy, small project. Something good to build. After that City Chevrolet that gave me an anxiety with all those decals and all those headaches, so I need something easy. Like hard, easy kits. I can't do all hard kits in sequence. Okay, I'll be back.